Welcome to the 2025 Economic Depression and Preparation Channel. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday edition, January 12th, 2025. Well, we're firmly into the middle of January, and a strong jobs report is starting to give Wall Street investors a little pause for concern that we may be heading into a bull market and not a bear market. We're also going to be talking about where the jobs are, consumer inflation, and the stock market futures as we head into a new week here. First full week back that a lot of people are back from work and school, or back to work and school, I should say, as we get into that. I thank you for your patience. Thank you for listening. Please be sure to subscribe to Preach to Me for the latest interpretation of financial news. I'm not a financial advisor. I do interpret financial news as it becomes available here. So the strong jobs report continues to be an issue here because it means that the Federal Reserve Bank will give pause to actually cutting rates and may instead hold rates unchanged through the first part of this year, or even possibly raising rates by the end of this year, depending on how things play out with the numbers and the statistics. So Wall Street continues to go up. The jobs report, 256,000 non-farm payrolls in December was added to the jobs report here for the month of December. This is according to Yahoo.com and Detroit Free Press business section here. And you can see that additionally the unemployment rate dropped to 4.1%. There's only 1.1% difference between 4.2% and the forecasted unemployment rate, but the unemployment rate is, I guess, currently going down, not as much by a lot. So the U.S. labor market is firing on all cylinders according to the media reports, and so this is fueling reports that the Federal Reserve now faces mounting pressure to keep inflation in check. New jobs in 2024. Once again, the areas during the second Trump term. This is going to be, like I said, in the typical areas you would think of: healthcare, government, leisure and hospitality, construction, transportation, and warehousing, and professional and business services. All getting significant gains here. Healthcare added 902,000 jobs. The government added 440,000 jobs. Leisure and hospitality added 285,000 jobs, and construction added 196,000 jobs. So this is in total, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This is data of January 10th, 2025. So during this new regime change that the United States is facing, and also the job in 2023 and 2024 side by side comparison, as you can see this graph, is going to be in the same general areas that we typically think of as being recession proof, or at least, if there is a downturn, it won't be as less as severe as, say, the tech sector or the AI sector or any of the other sectors that we can think of in this economy. But that can change. And, so the good news is that we're still adding jobs in this U.S. economy, despite the headwinds of inflation, the headwinds of some unemployment rising, and just the headwinds of an overall world global economy that's kind of rebalancing and trying to figure out what to do with this debt, what to do with productivity in terms of all Americans of all classes in this economy. How do we rebalance that structure? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in 2025. Consumer inflation worries highest since 2008. Last time we had a major downturn on Wall Street and Main Street. UFM survey says Wall Street tumbles to 2-month lows, as according to YahooFinance.com. And you can see the groceries here. Obviously, groceries have been gone up since the last 6 years in this economy, and it's just been terrible. No matter where you go to, a wholesale store, a discount store, a regular grocery store, all prices are up, and everybody's feeling it. The inputs of that as well. And so consumer sentiment, people are saying that they don't feel too great about this economy that we've been in the last 4 years with this Biden economy, and now they're hoping for a major change this year and next year to try to get us somewhat back on track. Obviously, it's gonna be tough fixing everything, but everybody's saying that they're gonna do the best that they can to bring this stuff back down to its target levels, especially inflation here. So, stock market, it was down on Friday. On Thursday, Friday, when the last was closed by 600 points. Futures are down, looking down for the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq and the Russell 2000. Crude oil is going up about $2 or so. Gold is up about $26, still above $2,700 is the level of it right now. So, people are digesting this news, and like I said, we still have much time to go here. There's still people, and even like I said, even if things don't turn out the way that everyone is expected, that we go into this bull market for the next 2 years. The good news is that the U.S. economy is still the world's largest economy. We still have the world reserve currency in the U.S. dollar, which is pretty strong right now compared to other currencies around the world. And so there is some good news despite this economy facing a lot of the headwinds here. Dow Jones is still above 40,000. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Dow Jones will get to 50,000 this year? Is that possible on Wall Street, where Main Street we experience more tax increases, more insurance increases on homeowners or whatever insurance you need because of the different calamities and the different natural disasters that are happening? Let me know if natural disasters is going to be something that's going to be the kind of backbreaker for a lot of these cities, communities, townships, and municipalities and states because their budget only goes so far. They can't overextend their budget unlike the federal government. So let me know what you think in the comments. Will the Dow Jones get to 50K at the end of this year if it becomes a bull market? And number two, do you think natural disasters and calamities are going to be the backbreaker for putting us into a recession? And how are you preparing for that as we continue on this first month of the new year 2025? Talk to you very soon. God bless. Thank you for listening. Be safe out there.